Well, here we are at the commencement for the class of 2021. Please join me in a spirit of reflection and prayer. We are here today to honor and celebrate the persistence and the hard work of these graduates who will soon receive their Doctor of Medicine degree. Graduates, vast amounts of medical and scientific knowledge has been transferred from your instructors to you, so that you may continue the sacred work of caring for the sick, and we are grateful. Graduates, I invite you to bring into your heart an awareness of all of those who provided support and encouragement to you along your journey, even when things were dark and perhaps you were filled with doubt. Remember them now in your heart and offer them thanks. May we also recognize the exceptional challenges and deep losses of the past 15 months due to COVID-19 pandemic and racial injustice. All of us have experienced extraordinary loss in the past year. Some of us have lost friends and family members. The completion of your studies have come during a year of grief and loss and pain. But amidst all this, you persisted. Thank you. Today, all of us here and those watching online on the streaming feed will bear witness to your amazing achievement and your sacred intention to serve and heal the sick and the wounded in this world. May it be so, and amen.
So why doesn't everybody have a seat? I'm Julie Freischlag, CEO of Wake Forest Baptist Health, Dean of Wake Forest School of Medicine, and Chief Academic Officer of Atrium Health Enterprise. And today I come to you as your dean and your friend. Welcome to the Wake Forest School of Medicine class of 2021, faculty and families. It is amazing to be here in person with you, and I see every single smile underneath your mask. What a year. We never could have imagined or expected all that has happened, but we made it. You made it. And we are here today to celebrate your incredible accomplishments graduating from medical school. I know this is a moment that you've been working toward, and it's been hard and daunting at times. I've been reflecting on your last year as well, and I came across an article in the Washington Post asking readers to describe 2020 in just one word. So think of yours. And behind these words was also a message of hope, with readers sharing what they've learned and what they will hold on to. Like a renewed belief in science, kindness, equity, inclusion, and staying true to the resilience and inventiveness we found in ourselves and in others. Just 2 months ago on Match Day, some of you shared your thoughts about being a medical student during the pandemic. I went back and listened to these interviews, and while you acknowledge the difficulties of virtual learning and interviews in a year where everything has been different, what stood out to me was how many of you said it was an honor and privilege to train and serve on the front lines at this time. And that opportunity to be a doctor right now at this moment in our country is priceless. You've seen the good even in a time of extreme challenge. You've rolled with the punches and come out stronger. And when help was needed, the 143 members of the class of 2021 have stepped up to serve in any way that you could. You took on virtual learning and telehealth. You screened patients and visitors for COVID-19. You volunteered with vaccinations. You supported frontline workers. You made house calls to older adults who were isolated and food insecure, and you care for patients with COVID-19. We have 39 in the system today. We watch that every day, don't we? We've lost 349 patients over this time. You also started the Justice Thread and the first Race in Medicine lecture series and continued advancing our health disparities curriculum, and you made an incredible difference in the underserved communities around us through the mobile health clinic, the reopening of the DEEC clinic, and our Maestro program that provides outreach to Spanish-speaking communities. And you did all of this in the midst of a global pandemic. This class is truly amazing. I know we missed the connections and human interaction over the past year. Even though I did enjoy your virtual visits with me, I sure like seeing you in person much more. And as we move forward with the new ways of practicing medicine, these moments will be more valuable than ever. Change is always part of medicine, though, and it's inherent in our field and in our DNA as healers and innovators. We are always looking to improve the way we care for others. We, as an academic learning health system, have been going through a time of change, but with it comes incredible opportunity. We are building on the excellence here at our home campus to create a second regional campus of Wake Forest School of Medicine in Charlotte, where even more students like you will come to train to be doctors. We're investing in our innovation quarter so we can bring the latest research and treatments to our patients and communities. And we're developing new enhanced ways to care for patients here in the Triad together with Atrium Health, with plans for a children's outpatient center and a new care tower underway. Change is always part of medicine. I'm a vascular surgeon, as you know, and I look at where we are today as a type of post-op recovery period. How can we enhance our post-COVID, post-2020 recovery? We're now so much closer to the other side of COVID-19. We've seen the rapid pace of discovery and how we can care for patients and find cures for diseases that didn't even exist 18 months ago. We've seen health disparities and the critical need for equitable care for every single person. And we have seen the need to unite to overcome racial injustices in our communities and know we have much work ahead. But how do we heal the wounds and put what we've learned into action? How do we build healthier communities for all? We don't have all the answers, but I know this. We need doctors like you who are compassionate, courageous, resilient, and spirited to lead the way forward with heart. There's never been a more important time in history for this. So as you take your next step in the demanding and rewarding world of medicine, stay curious for change and grow with it. In your service to others, look for opportunities to spread kindness, be inclusive and empathetic. Make care equitable and accessible for every single patient, regardless of color, background, or belief, because everyone deserves this. Listen hard to understand different voices and perspectives, because that's how we grow and come together. And let's be that change, lead that change when we don't see it. There was something else that caught my eye in that Washington Post article. One of my favorite aspirations to take moving forward is hope for health for everyone. This class is ready to lead that charge. You have been fantastic and fearless, and this is just the beginning for you as the future of medicine. I couldn't be more proud of each of you, and on behalf of the faculty and staff of Wake Forest School of Medicine, and together with your families, I congratulate our entire class of 2021. So now I'd like to recognize 3 faculty members receiving emeritus appointments for their outstanding contributions and distinguished service to Wake Forest School of Medicine. As I call your name, please come forward to receive your citation. Wake Forest University honors Arthur S. Foreman, MD, for 35 years of service to the University and School of Medicine and the Department of Anesthesiology. Dr. Foreman's expertise in outpatient and regional anesthesia, his commitment to education, and his leadership to develop our anesthesia practice at Lexington are sincerely appreciated by the institution. Congratulations. Wake Forest University honors Edward G. Shaw, MD, MA, for 30 years of service to the University and School of Medicine and the Department of Radiology and the Memory Counseling Program in Geriatric Medicine. We are proud to recognize Dr. Shaw's contributions to the field of radiation therapy for patients with brain tumors, his work to counsel patients caring for loved ones with Alzheimer's disease, and his dedication to educating learners in compassionate health care. Congratulations. Wake Forest University honors Thomas L. Smith, MD, for 38 years of service to the University and School of Medicine in the departments of orthopedic surgery and rehabilitation and physiology and pharmacology. We applaud Dr. Smith's pioneering research in microvascular physiology, his leadership developing the physician-scientist postdoctoral program in orthopedic surgery, and his talent as an educator, mentor, and researcher. Congratulations. Please join me one more time in congratulating these amazing faculty members and thanking them for their incredible work. Someday I'd like some of you to have exactly that honor. Before you know it, you'll blink and it'll be 35 years. We all can attest to that sitting up here. So now I would like to welcome our speaker. It is really special that I get to introduce to you Dr. Honorary Ford, Dean and Chief Academic Officer of the University of Miami Miller School of Medicine. He's a pediatric surgeon. He was born in Haiti and is a shining example of service. He returns regularly to Haiti to provide medical care to the residents there, and in May 2015, he performed the first successful separation of conjoint twins in Haiti with surgeons he helped train. Dr. Ford has conducted groundbreaking research on the pathogenesis of necrotizing enterocolitis and has been funded by the NIH and the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation. He's widely published and his accolades are many. He's a graduate of the Harvard Medical School and received the Gold Humanist in Medicine Award from the AAMC. He's a fellow of the American College of Surgeons, and I don't think I remember ever going to a meeting without having Henri there. He's a member of the Royal College of Surgeons. He's also a member of the American Academy of Pediatrics and the American Association for Surgery on Trauma. The one thing you need to know about Dr. Ford is he's just a wonderful person. Tonight when I was able to give him a hug, because I don't think I've seen you in a year and a half, it made my day. He's one of those people that speaks for reason, speaks from his heart, always laughs, and believes in those that can achieve greatness, even if you don't yourself. And he's supported me throughout my career as I've supported him. So please welcome Dr. Ford to the podium.
Wow, thank you so much, Julie, for this very kind introduction. To the esteemed CEO and Dean of the Wake Forest and Baptist Health System, as well as the Dean of the Wake Forest School of Medicine, my friend, Dr. Freischlag, members of the decanal leadership who have joined us here today, faculty, distinguished guests, retiring faculty, parents, and most importantly, the members of the great class of 2021. It is truly a tremendous privilege for me to address this august body for the next 2 hours. Just trying to see if you're paying attention. Truly, you have bestowed upon me a distinct and unprecedented honor by selecting me not only as your commencement speaker, but also as the recipient of an honorary degree. Members of the class of 2021, we have gathered here today to celebrate a momentous occasion in your lives, your formal transition from medical students to physicians. This graduation is aptly called a commencement ceremony because far from being an end, it marks the dawn of a new beginning. By the time you leave this auditorium, your lives will be forever transformed as we begin to address you as doctor. It is a title that grants you the remarkable opportunity to ameliorate human suffering by providing exceptional medical care to people with various ailments. Your skills, dedication, commitment, and compassion are needed today more than ever, not only to face the challenges caused by the global pandemic, but also to effectively confront future emerging pathogens and other confounding illnesses, as well as the pandemic of racism facing contemporary American society. Never before has a class of physicians entered the next phase of their medical career at such a critical time. I'm confident that your superb education at Wake Forest School of Medicine has prepared you for the great challenges ahead. You are now equipped with the necessary tools to become transformative leaders who will help shape the future of American medicine, champion discovery and its translation into clinical interventions, and lead health systems to deliver value-based healthcare to all. Thus, you are uniquely prepared to respond to the medical challenges that continue to be posed by COVID-19, as well as future global pandemics. Your presence here today is a testament to your resilience and perseverance through one of the most difficult years in history. As we gather in person to honor and recognize your extraordinary accomplishments, our return to a semblance of normalcy cannot be taken for granted. It should be credited in part to the fact that over 2 decades ago, bright minds like yours were working tirelessly to push the boundaries of medical discovery to find cures for some of the more vexing clinical problems facing our world. In fact, long before Pfizer and Moderna raced to the finish line to develop the first vaccines to combat the SARS-CoV-2 virus, there was a young chemist named Katalin Karikó who immigrated to the United States from Hungary with very little means. Although Katie didn't have much, she possessed some key attributes that would ultimately restore the hope of humanity through the development of the mRNA vaccine against COVID-19. These attributes are intelligence, curiosity, creativity, and tenacity, or resilience. You see, in the 1990s, despite her valiant efforts, her superiors had dismissed the concept of using an mRNA platform to direct the cellular machinery to produce vaccines or other proteins. Therefore, she struggled to get NIH funding and could barely support her research lab. But despite these obstacles, disappointments, and rejections, she persevered and never gave up. We've gathered here today to celebrate you in person because Katie's work and perseverance provided the basis for the rapid development of the mRNA vaccines by Pfizer and Moderna. Indeed, the pandemic has brought into focus the importance of discovery and its translation into clinical interventions to cure diseases. So, class of 2021, you represent the next generation of physicians and physician scientists who will extend the boundaries of discovery to improve the health of humanity. I would like to leave you with a few guiding principles which I hope will prepare you, just like Dr. Kathleen Carrico, to become the heroes of tomorrow. I've divided them into 3 categories. Number 1, commitment to professionalism. Number 2, commitment to lifelong learning. And finally, the pursuit of excellence. Let's talk about professionalism. Professionalism, which to me is synonymous with character, is a must, a sine qua non for any successful physician. The successful physician should embody certain key attributes: humility, compassion, empathy, honesty, and integrity, as Dr. Freischlag already told you. These foundational attributes form the essential scaffold of professionalism. You must never fail to exhibit or model them, regardless of the challenges or circumstances that you may face along the course of this exciting journey. Number 2, commitment to lifelong learning. Much has changed during the past 2 millennia since Hippocrates, the father of medicine, expounded his back then revolutionary theory in a treatise entitled Periphysios Anthropo. In it, he challenged the prevailing dogma of the time and stated that diseases were not the result of punishments inflicted by supernatural or divine forces, but the product of environmental factors, dietary choices, and living habits that resulted in an imbalance in the 4 humors of the body, namely blood, black bile, yellow bile, and phlegm. The remarkable explosion in medical knowledge that has occurred just during the past few decades alone makes this theory not only sound naive, but unsophisticated at best. William Harvey's discovery of the circulatory system in the early 17th century provided the foundation for the scientific study of the body and the fundamentals of modern Western medicine as we practice today. As a pediatric surgeon, I'm also reminded that until the introduction of the Listerian principles of antisepsis back in the late 1800s, a relatively simple operation such as a leg amputation resulted almost invariably in death from infectious complications. Indeed, most of the complications that we do today, the complex operations that we perform routinely, simply could not be carried out successfully because of the risk of infection, even though the technical ingenuity to perform such complex operations already existed. From Watson and Crick's description of the double helix structure of DNA to the deciphering of the entire human genome and to the development of an mRNA vaccine to combat COVID-19, I submit to you that the advances in medicine have been the result of hard work, determination, an incomparable commitment to lifelong learning, multidisciplinary teamwork, and the unbridled and relentless pursuit of excellence. Perhaps best exemplified by none other than Dr. Carrico and her colleagues at the University of Pennsylvania. Which brings me to my final guiding principle: the pursuit of excellence. In the words of Arnold Beckman, one of America's foremost inventors and chemists, you should remember that there is no satisfactory substitute for excellence. But how does one achieve excellence? An anonymous author defines excellence as follows: excellence is the result of caring more than others think is wise, risking more than others think is safe, dreaming more than others think is practical, and expecting more than others think is possible. So members of the class of 2021, the future of American medicine, the future of our noble profession depends on your willingness to embrace and commit to the same principles in order to serve your patients more effectively. While you pursue excellence, I invite you to embrace your own quest for significance by endeavoring to make the greatest difference possible in your community and in the lives of others. Significance is not measured by the accumulation of wealth or the attainment of fame. Rather, significance is tantamount to service to others, service to your community, or service to humanity. This idea is best epitomized in the words of the great German medical missionary Albert Schweitzer, who was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize back in 1952. He said that the purpose of human life is to serve and to show compassion and the will to help others. Members of the class of 2021, which significance is achieved by doing something that helps transform your environment in such a way that it will be better for your having been there. It must be fueled by passion, persistence, excellence, and the courage to endure against all odds, as demonstrated by Dr. Carrico. So in closing, I leave you with this quote from one of my favorite authors, Ralph Waldo Emerson: "To laugh often and much, to win the respect of intelligent people and the affection of children, to earn the appreciation of honest critics, and to endure the betrayal of false friends, to appreciate beauty, to find the best in others, to leave the world a bit better, whether by a healthy child, a garden patch, or a redeemed social condition, to know even one life has breathed easier because you have lived. That, members of the class of 2021, is to have achieved significance." I thank you once again for the tremendous opportunity to address you by serving as your commencement speaker, and I congratulate you on achieving this significant milestone in your life. Thank you.
And it's my great pleasure to award this degree to Dr. Henry Ronald Ford, Dean of the University of Miami Miller School of Medicine, a world-renowned Haitian-American pediatric surgeon. In 2010, after a catastrophic earthquake in Haiti, Dr. Ford returned to his native country to care for trauma victims. He continues to visit Haiti regularly to teach, lead surgical teams, and assist in developing a healthcare infrastructure which the island nation historically has lacked. Known for his guiding mission to make a difference in the lives of others, Dr. Ford chose to specialize in pediatric surgery because of the profound nature of its impact. Dr. Ford has done groundbreaking research on necrotizing enterocolitis in newborns and has received numerous accolades for his work, including the prestigious Honorary Fellowship to the Royal College of Surgeons of England. Dr. Ford earned a bachelor's degree in international affairs from Princeton University and a medical degree from Harvard. Prior to being named for Dean of the University of Miami's Medical School in 2018, he served as Chief of Surgery for the Children's Hospital of Los Angeles and Vice Dean for Medical Education at the University of Southern California's Keck School of Medicine. As Dean, mentor, physician, and researcher, Dr. Ford's passion for pediatric surgery is grounded in the fundamental belief that medical professionals should strive for excellence to benefit the greater good. He frequently asserts that biomedical discoveries should translate directly to improve patient care. For honoring pro humanitate values as a distinguished physician who works tirelessly for the most vulnerable in our society, for showing far-sighted vision in his ongoing efforts to improve the healthcare infrastructure in Haiti, and for his lifelong commitment to positively impact the world through his work as a surgeon, researcher, and educator, Dr. Henri Ronald Ford is recommended for the degree of Doctor of Science. Signed, Nathan L. Hatch, President, Wake Forest University. Congratulations.
Am I on mute? Just checking. All right. And now we'll go ahead and start with the presentation of the diplomas. I'll call folks out by name, obviously, and see how the pace goes. Ryan Aboud. Victor Kingsley Agu. Erin Hope Allred. Congratulations. Matthew Bradley Anderson. Sochima Stanislaus Anike. Gabriel Shelton Autry. Felipe Freddy Irish. Rachel Gail Barkley. Andrew Barnes. Robert Bain. Jeffrey Daniel Burwager. Brenda Bosker. Shim Kearney Blackley. Andrew Mackenzie Blair. Michael Edwin Blyer. Brianna Lee Borsheim. Jeremy Kenneth Bray. Catherine Suzanne Kane. Jesse Marcello Champion. Elim Chow. Lawrence Chen. Catherine Phillips Cheney. Ravina Chabria. Jungbin Antonio Choi. Lauren Allison Klopper. Alexandra Lee Collins. Benjamin Taylor Corona. Elena Lochran Kummer. Nicholas Cipro. Karinpreet Gar Dhaliwal. Luciano Del Bono. Charlene Dong. Anna Olivia Dorset. Suzanne Aaron Ebert. Carl Carter Edge IV. Shi Xuing Feng. Susan Rebecca Ferris. Chloe Kathleen Ferris. Lauren Victoria Fields. Emily Gardner. Chase Glenn. Gabrielle Marie Gonzalez Gray. Madison Jewel Greer. Jia Pamela Guo. Charisma Rakesh Gupta. Sunny Youngsun Han. Danica Hassani. Shipra Hemal. Danielle Nicole Horridge. Nathan Nija Shi. Aman Mohammed Irfanawa. Salman Irfanawa. Olivia Jansen. Adam Luis Jimenez. Devin Kyle Johnson. Matthew Christopher Johnson. Hannah Pauline Johnston. Rasesh Parathkumar Joshi. Alec Jost. Pallavi Juneja. Philip Michael Kaiser. Niobra Monique Kia. Erin Arlene Kelly. Mariam Khalil. Yasmin Mariah Kim. Michael William Kolopoulos. Lauren Elizabeth Kratke. Justin Trevor Lackey. Chelsea Grace Ledford. Catrielle Elizabeth Lee. Sarah Beth Lichtenstein. Tranae Little. Lifong Samuel Lore. Emily Hélène Lotte. Claudia Regina Loyola Amador. Cassandra Macalino. Scott Alexander Macbeth. Isheta Hidesh Madega. Philip Magen. Joseph Maccabee. Hamilton Scott McGinnis. Evan Lum McMurray. Kyle Patrick McNamara. Alexa Nicole Moorfield. Catherine Hitchcock Myers. Moiko Nagasuka. Brian Navoa. Megan Newsom. Princess Aluchi Woke. Samantha Grace Angshua. Natalia Christina Asupchek. Pooja Dattatreya Patil. John Lawrence Reynolds, Jr. Holly Ann Rieken. Lorna Ann Ringwood. Christopher Jinla Rodman. Megan Leanne Rosenberg. Sarah Joy Saba. Kiarash Salafian. Brett James Schuhart. James Jared Sears. Aditi Senthilnathan. Suresh Kumar Pandari Sharma. Tiffany Tin Sheng. Laura Jean Silla. Jacob Hartree Springer. Christopher William Sharameta. Kayla Hitara Ruth Taylor. Sydney Jillian Thomas. Charlotte Air Todd. Chloe Kiana Tom. Brian Landon Tran. Daniel Martin Turf. Trent Van Horn. Lucas James Balea. Catherine Frail Wainwright. Yushan Wang. William Brandon Ward. Allison Abigail Weiner. Andrew Ian Wang. Philip Wheeler. Lytton Flowery Whitaker. Melissa Wibowo. Logan Keith Williams. Caroline Diane Wilson. Estelle Wilson. Karen Michelle Wolf. Ted Guoning Shao. Benjamin Carter Zaks. Edon Zitelny. Ryan Avery Zoldowski.
You all have all these family members, and you compete of which family can yell louder, right? But this year, you all yelled for each other. It was beautiful to hear that you supported every single one of you, so everyone got a big yell along with their few family members. That's who you are. You're that resilient class of 2021 that got through COVID and can get through anything. Thank you for cheering for each other. Now, if you could just go out and make the whole world work like that, I will not be disappointed in you. So go do that and make the world a better place. I know you'll do it. So now this has to be official. So will the candidates for the degree of Doctor of Medicine please stand? On behalf of President Hatch, these candidates have completed all of the requirements for the degree Doctor of Medicine, and it's with pleasure that I present them to you on behalf of the faculty of the School of Medicine for the conferral of their degree. So now I'd like to welcome Dr. Stanley Tennant, President of the Medical Alumni Association, to lead us in the physician's oath, so remain standing.
Thank you. At this time, can I ask all physicians with us to please stand as well. In unison, we'll recite the physician's oath, which is found on the big screens. Now, being admitted to the profession of medicine, I solemnly pledge to consecrate my life to the service of humanity. I will give respect and gratitude to my deserving teachers. I will practice medicine with conscience and dignity. The health and life of my patients will be my first consideration. I will hold in confidence all that my patient confides in me. I will maintain the honor and the noble traditions of the medical profession. My colleagues will be my family. I will allow no consideration to intervene between my duty and my patient. I will maintain the utmost respect for human life. I will, under all circumstances, use my knowledge in the service of humanity. These promises I make freely and upon my honor. So on behalf of the Medical Alumni Association, and the more than 5,000 physician graduates of Wake Forest, congratulations and welcome to our alumni family.
Doctors of Medicine, class of 2021, please receive this blessing. Guided by wisdom and compassion, may you bring the divine presence to each patient that you serve. May your commitment to healing action be a reflection of all that is good and wholesome in you and in this world. May your willingness to serve with caring hearts and skillful hands contribute to the alleviation of deep pain and suffering in this world. Graduates, may it be so. Amen, and congratulations.